So today, what I decided to do is something a little bit different. So instead of answering your phones on Snap, on Instagram, and being very personal, I'm going to be answering all these questions live on Instagram and also on YouTube. So we're actually recording it, and every time I'm going to do this, my friend Jordana is going to be here. And the idea is, yes, I'm a therapist. I know how to do therapy and can answer your questions in that sense. But she has no idea about therapy, street smart. Actually, she was one of the most cynical people when I first started. And so...
supportive, but cynical.
So we will have two different points of views, trying to making this interesting. Please send your questions through Snap and Instagram live if you'd like. And let's start, I guess, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so I've received this question, Jordana. It says, if you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Oh my god. Okay, by the way, today I didn't know any of the questions before we started, so I didn't صدمت شوي. The way my parents raised me, or my surroundings, or
I don't know. So yeah, they just said if you could change the way you were raised, what would it be?
Okay, if it's oh my god, I really like this question. If it was surroundings, I would say I wish I had more family in Bahrain, but that's something I could change because I didn't have any family here. But if it's the way my parents raised me, oh my god, I don't know. Do you have your answer ready?
No.
Oh. I know. I didn't thought about it before.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I don't have issues with the way I was raised. Maybe I wish I had taught myself more to take school a little bit more seriously. I think I wish I was more academically aware of what I would have needed later. But the way I was raised, no, I was raised with good manners.
Yeah, I think that's hard also for me. I can't think of something that I would change. Because that's the whole thing that we always tell people. They did the best that they could to the point that they know, and this is how you are where you are today.
Number one, and also with my kids, I'm kind of trying to raise them the way my parents raised me, so I don't have an issue, alhamdulillah, with that. Yeah. See, I don't have an answer, sorry. First question, hard.
Okay.
Change my mind, don't do this.
Okay, there. Oh, this is a hard one.
Oh God.
My therapist assumes I'm straight. However, I'm not, and I'm confused. I don't know how to talk to her about it, and I'm a little scared she might not believe me.
Okay, for me as a non-therapist, I'll give you my answer. My first thing I would say is change your therapist. If you don't trust your therapist enough to say this, why are you with this therapist?
Yeah, and I think the fact that you think that she's going to judge you, it's an issue, because as therapy, it's not about what we believe, it's about what you believe in your reality.
Yeah.
So if this is your reality and this is what you believe in, then that's the framework that we work with no judgment.
And why would he or she not believe you? Like if someone tells you something, do you have the right not to? But
even if I don't believe, it has nothing to do with it because it's your reality.
Okay, but if I came to you, for example, and said that, okay, it's an example. I murdered a puppy, okay, and you don't believe me, will you still talk me through on why I did it, blah blah, even though it's killish, you don't believe anything I say?
Yeah. I get that with couples. I hear a story with one woman, and then I hear another story with a man. And it's like
you know that one isn't right?
They don't match.
Okay.
So you know one is not right, but it's her reality and it's his reality. It doesn't matter what the real thing happened because she's reacting to what she believes.
That makes sense.
And he's reacting to what she.
And you should be the neutral party at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So change your therapist. Is my answer. بصراحة يعني.
Okay, this one. How do I tell my parents I'm depressed?
Oh my god, the questions you get are so difficult على case by case, hello in general.
I know, but people just... Because the thing is, look, this is not the first person that sends me these questions, because a lot of kids, especially teenagers, a lot of time feel alone. And, they get dismissed when they tell their parents, get over it, life,
I mean, to be honest, you'd have to wait for Iman's answer for this, not mine. And for example, I don't know, someone very close to me doesn't believe in depression. And if someone is depressed, it's no, it's dismissed, so it's just yourself and you're just creating things من عندك, blah blah, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the head. If you want to tell your parents you're depressed because you want to see therapy and you need like support to see therapy, or I don't know. Okay, so
Yeah,
how would
because if you're depressed, it can be very, very lonely. And the thing is, you need a support group, and your parents, like.
Okay, the question is how to tell them, right?
Yeah, how do I tell them?
Okay,
Like
so
I met someone recently, and they were telling me about how they went through a very deep depression, and they were telling me that the only way they got through it was through their parents, helping them and making them strong and all of that. They didn't go to therapy. They had their parents support.
But doesn't it depend on the parents? Like if you go to parents, for example, you go to type A parents that don't believe in depression, and you say I'm depressed, okay, just go, watch TV. Then what do you do?
But then you don't have a back. You know,
yeah, so but what do you do? So what do you do then?
So it's important to explain to your parents why you think you're depressed and how is it affecting your life. So it doesn't matter that you're depressed or not, but how is it affecting your life and what is it that you need them to do.
Is there any free support online people can go to?
Yes, there's a lot of free support online. There's a
free support Google.
Yeah, and there's other supports like not just me, so many other therapists in Bahrain. You can just message them.
But so what if you can't get to them? Like I know somebody that wanted to see a therapist. Okay, first of all, if they're young, they don't have the financial means.
Yeah. Counselors in school.
Oh yeah, your counselor's in school.
Yeah.
But
you're not convinced.
well, I'm not convinced because I don't know. Like again, I don't know how much training the counselors at school have had. Like if I think back on the counselors we had at school, I don't think they were.
They are trained. They're
Really?
supposed to be trained. Yeah.
They're supposed to be okay. Go to your counselor at school. But look, there you go.
That's
free
the
support.
first place to start.
Yeah.
I would guess.
If you're a high school age, I would say go there first, and hopefully they have the means to guide you, kind of thing. And then if not, call Iman. 393-222-2888, something like that.
All right. Next question. Oh, okay. What do I do if someone comes to me and complains about somebody bullying them? To be honest, it's my son.
She's saying her son is complaining about bullying.
Being bullied.
تعرفون شو المشكلة؟ Okay, I'm saying this as a mother with kids. Okay, I have 2 boys. المشكلة, again, I'm sorry, every sentence, no offense. But white ummahat don't combat this because they don't want to za'al the mother of the kid that's bullying them. You guys, my sleep, tell a word. Number one, we're then encouraging the bullying. We're not stopping it ourselves. I had an issue where I had my son's friend was being bullied. And the mother knew about it and she didn't want to say anything to the bully's mom because then the bully's mom was going to get upset with her. It'd be some mashakal because they're friends. What does she know? If she's your friend, talk to her.
Even if she's not your friend.
No, if she's not your friend, it shouldn't matter at all. But
Yeah.
if what's stopping you is that she's your friend, who cares? If she's your friend, her son shouldn't be bullying your son, number one. Number two, if we don't stop it في هالعمر at this stage, bullying, it's going to get so much worse. And all I read on newspapers and things online is how many kids in Europe are killing themselves over
Yes.
cyberbullying and school bullying. It's becoming so bad.
And the thing is, bullying is not like when we were kids. If we got bullied in school, I didn't get bullied, but if we got bullied, if we got bullied
Sorry,
in school, it was during school, and then you
Yeah.
left school and you're fine. Now it just follows the kids
Oh, I guess
everywhere.
bullying before wasn't as bad as today. It was silly. It wasn't as
It was
harmful.
bad.
Really?
It was, yeah.
I only remember one kid that was bullied. He seems
Yeah,
fine
I
now.
remember more.
I see him in Bahrain. He's still okay.
Yeah, I know, but the idea is now they have more pressure because it follows them all the way home. Because on WhatsApp, on Snap,
Yeah,
on
that's so true.
Instagram.
Okay, so what
they
should
hack,
you
they
do?
pretend
What's
they're
your
For the mom,
scientific
I
answer?
think the main thing would be to first support your kid, increase that confidence. Try to work on your kid to build him up as they're trying to destroy him. Because I will definitely, as a mom, go to the school and give them a headache. Go to the kid, give those a headache.
I was gonna say,
But
do you
at
go
the
to
same
the school or
time,
do you go to the kid?
both. I'll do both. But at the end of the day, I need to make sure that my son is fine, and I need to build him up and build whatever they broke.
Okay.
You know.
So you would start at home. So you start with the child and what's affecting him from the bullying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but then how does this mother deal with it? Like her question is, my son is being bullied. What do I do?
You protect your son. You definitely go to the school, and then also go to if you could go to the parents if you know.
Yeah, and you know what? If they're your friends, I'm sorry, they shouldn't allow. First of all, their kids shouldn't be bullying anyone anyway. Anyway, why haram has this bullying culture that has been created, and I think the education also starts with the kid that's the bully.
Yeah.
He needs to stop bullying. Why is he bullying? What issues does he have? Usually the bullies are the ones that are the most insecure. Yeah. So that needs to be combated, and maybe the parents don't know. Like if that mother is your friend, or even if she's not your friend, talk to her. Maybe she doesn't know, and if she gets defensive, even if the tahsin and she doesn't care, tell it will still resonate with her. As a mother, she will still think, shit, why is my kid bullying, or what's going on, and try.
But a lot of mothers don't believe though their kids can do anything wrong.
Well, what do
Your kid is...
teach your kid to punch the other kid or khalas, yani.
But yeah, self-defense is very important.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, bullies will pick on kids they think won't fight back as well. I'm not aiding that kids start fighting, obviously, but I think kids need to be able to stand up for themselves.
There's a difference between knowing how to fight and knowing how to defend yourself.
Yes.
Defend yourself doesn't mean throwing a punch when someone is punching you. Defend yourself is as they're punching you, you're holding them tight,
you know how to stop it,
restraining
yes.
them and all of that, and being strong in your place.
And
I think that's the thing that people get confused.
And if you stand up to bullies, usually they don't bully you again. They
Yeah,
kind of
true.
pick on the weak.
And have good friends.
Yes, have good friends to support you. It
To-
really makes
yeah,
a difference. It really,
I-
really makes a difference.
yeah.
So it sounds like, find something you like. It can be sitting at home, staring at the thread on your couch. If it relaxes you, do it. For me, self-confidence really comes from within. I know that's usual mumbo jumbo that you hear online
And
and
it's
stuff
weird
like
that
that.
you're talking about.
I know. You guys have been friends. I've been friends with her for too long. Lena أروح لها, she gives me these answers وخلاص, like they're in my head. I think I'm gonna start talking about affirmations. No, but I think self-confidence, I think it comes in waves, to be
But
honest.
what if they don't like the way they look?
Change it.
No, what do you mean change it?
Well, if you don't like something about yourself, change it.
And how about just learning to like it?
Why? If you can change it, it's like, okay, fine.
Because you'll change it and you might still not be satisfied.
But on my age now, so you must learn to love yourself. Okay, but if there's something that you don't like about yourself and you can change it, why not change it? If you don't like your nose, or you're overweight, or you don't like short hair, and as a former fat person, Tarawallah, losing weight was the best thing that I ever did. Why should I learn to love myself like that if I have another option?
So that when you lose weight, you still love yourself.
But if I became fat again, I'd lose my confidence and I'd hate myself all over again. We need your therapeutic answer now.
And my therapeutic answer.
Yes.
No,
yes.
self-confidence, as you said, is an issue that most people have. I think everyone has self-confidence issues in different aspects in their life. It doesn't have to be looks. I just said looks because the person that came to mind had that issue. That's a client of mine. But the idea is learn to love yourself by finding, instead of when you look into the mirror, look at something that you like. There has to be something within you that you like. Even if it's your hair, I don't care. Whatever it is. Focus on that first. Huh?
No, I was going to examine your eyelashes, whatever.
Your eyelashes. Okay, it doesn't have to be something dramatic. Because the thing is, when we don't have self-confidence, or when we look at the mirror and we don't like what you're looking, we actually are zooming on our worst feature. And we're looking at that and making us less self-confidence. And that's all we can see.
And
so
you make people notice also the thing that they never noticed before because you're so fixated on the negative.
and so when we start looking at some of the positives, and then try, as she said, affirmations, and just keep telling yourself.
Does
about
that
the
work?
good. Yes, it does. Because
I was joking.
shall I go into psychology?
Yeah, go.
Why it
Really.
works?
I
The thing
think it's
is,
a proper
your neurons, you have neurons in your mind, and
Okay.
they tell signals. So the one that you use the most will be the strongest signal from your neuron. So if you keep saying, I hate myself, I hate myself, I hate myself, that signal is strong. So whenever something happens, it automatically goes to I hate myself. Okay?
Okay.
It's like if you had a garden and you watered a certain area more, then the water always goes to that part. But
Okay.
if you what you do is you need to now change that, have a new path. But even when you say it in the beginning, you're not going to believe it. So you say, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, and you're looking, you're not going to believe it in the beginning. But you're building that bridge in your mind, that neurotransmitter. You're allowing that bridge to happen. And the more you say it, the more stronger it is. And then suddenly, once this becomes stronger than that, or just as strong, then it will actually play a balance.
Okay, but what about if the confidence issues are within themselves, like not an external part, an internal part? What do you do with affirmations then?
What do you mean?
يعني like مثلا someone has no confidence, not because like outwardly they're fine with, but مثلا they're very shy or they
Yeah,
stutter.
so that's why they say fake it till you make it. When you're faking it or when you're pretending, you're increasing that neural pathway, you're creating that neural pathway, and the stronger the neural pathway is, the more that other one fades. Because
So should they say things in the mirror like affirmations or write them down, or
it
what do you
doesn't matter.
suggest?
It doesn't have to be the mirror. The mirror is good to say it to the mirror when you have a when it's your looks, when you're trying to talk to yourself. It's good to talk to yourself in the mirror just to as a coach. You're telling yourself, you see these people in the movies that
Yeah, that's why I see the
I'm
movies.
strong,
Yeah.
I'm strong. I do this with my kids all the time. Especially my younger daughter, in front of the mirror, I keep telling her, say, I'm strong. And she says I'm strong. The idea is she's telling herself that.
Until she believes
Because
it.
we can become our worst coach or we can be our best coach. And if you train yourself to be a good coach, then when things go bad, you can pull yourself up.
Well, for me, the concept of talking in the mirror is very weird. I know a lot of people believe it, and I always read about affirmations and stuff, but I find it's weird. Yeah.
Write it.
Write down. Write down something. I think for people that have self-confidence issues, maybe write down something good that happened that day, every day.
Gratitudes are very helpful. 3 gratitudes a day.
Of what you're thankful for.
Of what you're thankful for.
Every day, 3 things.
Every day, 3
Even
things.
stupid things.
Yeah, and it
Like
cannot be
coffee is
repeat.
delivered.
It's not delivered yet.
But like that's
three. It has to be different.
Every day something different.
Yeah, and this is also like affirmations. You're building that neural pathway to look for the positive.
I think also have positive people around you. If you surround yourself with negative people, it brings you down a lot.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I think that will help. Change your friends.
Yeah.
So a lot of changing friends, my advice. Just change
everything.
Change everything. مرة واحدة. Just become a new
Get a
person.
new life.
Hey, get a new life, خلاص.
Okay, so we are done for our first episode. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you guys again.
Bye.
Bye.